3, 2, 1.
What's up, everyone? Dan here, Crypto Capital Venture, June 10th, 2018. Markets are down, Bitcoin's down, Litecoin's down, but I'm still here with you so that we can pick each other up. There's a lot of sad faces in YouTube comments right now, and let's just jump into the video. So, this is pretty much, it's raining outside, and I'm just staring at this red, crazy hourly candle. Like, I just got done tweeting. Pretty clear where support needs to hold. Today will either be a stepping stone to a healthy third bottom if support holds, or to possible capitulation if support fails. A pretty crazy day to be watching crypto markets. And I think it was at 112. I forget what it was trading at when I posted that. But a few minutes later, I feel like we kind of just tanked down to 104. Where's this hourly? Well, this is the 4 hour, but yeah, you can see that wick down to, let me open this up. There's the wick down to 104. And right now we're at 107. You know, don't be so easily tricked by these little bounces back up. I'd be careful right now. And I also tweeted, well, Litecoin is in the $100 to $110 range. This is the area where I said I will not be buying, just watching, waiting, removing motion and anticipate everything. So I've been anticipating this 100 to 110 area. I've had a plan, even when we were, up to 130, wherever we were in the last few weeks. I've been saying that I will not be buying in the 100 to 110 area. I'll be watching, because that's me personally. This might be a great time to buy. This might turn out to be the perfect time to buy at crazy awesome prices, because they are. But it's me personally. I'd rather just wait. I'm very comfortable with my position right now, with the amount of Litecoin I have, and I don't want to be in a circumstance where I start accumulating now, especially in the higher range of accumulation, and then all of a sudden we do see capitulation and we're at like an $80 Litecoin in the next 24 hours in that type of daily bar, a red bar down to $80 or something. That's not an emotional circumstance I want to be in. I'll be irritated at myself for buying now. So I'd rather accumulate. If it goes under 100, I'll start looking for areas where it kind of settles down, trades sideways, and relaxes a little bit. That's me. Right now, you might be in a situation where you're just like, this is perfect for me. And if so, fine. But have your plan ready. So I've been talking about my plan. Right now, I'm watching. And this market is what it is. I do want to look at... I want to look at a video I did. It was a live stream from almost a month ago. Let's check it out real quick. But if we create that new low below $110, I've said this so many times in different videos. If it happens, we're going to be starting to have another conversation where you're going to see, we're going to be tracking something that looks more like this type of deal. You can I'm going to screw up this triangle, but we're going to have one of these where, let me copy this. Okay. Wow, this is tough. Bear with me, peeps. Where we're just falling down with lower highs and lower lows, and we're going to be talking about where's our next level of support. Is support at 100 really there? Oh man, this previous high at 97, is that support? This previous high in that last triangle at 70, is that support? We're going to be having that conversation. I don't want to do videos like that. That's not fun. Darn it. So here we are. I feel like this triangle we've been tracking, we kind of broke the bottom of it. So I'm just going to get rid of that line right there. And really we have kind of this, this falling wedge, this descending wedge. Interestingly enough, though, that's the Litecoin daily. If you go to the Bitcoin daily, there's still kind of a chance to bounce and still have this continuation triangle in play, which would be overall good for the market and overall good for Litecoin as well, especially if you follow Litecoin or if you follow Bitcoin in terms of it's leading the market, which I don't always do that. But it could be a positive scenario where we get a nice bounce up shortly and a wick, just a nice long wick at the bottom here of that triangle. So that's definitely possible. But really what I wanted to talk about in this video was the emotional side of what's happening right now, the emotional side of what's happening today, because these are the situations, whether on the upside or the downside, that we do these videos for. It's that preparation factor. It's really to remove emotion out of the investment process, because the worst thing you can possibly do when doing anything is invest in something with emotion. So if you're prepared, putting emotion aside, then you should be good to go, and you should be comfortable with whatever the market's doing, whether we're at $50 or $500. So right now I have the weekly up, and I just want to give you a sense of my general thought. I'm very long-term Litecoin. Everybody knows that. So, at the end of the day, whether we're at $50 right now or we're at, $400, my overall long hold in Litecoin, I mean, I put a little quick box, around in 2020, where this range is completely possible to me. And I think it's so realistic. And we're talking just a couple years. And I'm long more than a couple years in Litecoin and cryptocurrency. So with what's going on right now, I'm perfectly fine whatever happens. My whole thing right now is kind of, I want to be comfortable in my short time frame buys, just so that I feel good about myself at the end of the day. Like, hey, that was a good time to accumulate. And that's kind of my general approach. So like I said, I don't want to find myself in a short-term circumstance, an emotional circumstance, where I buy right now and all of a sudden we're at 80 tomorrow. Obviously in the long term, that doesn't matter, being I'm a long-term holder, but it's more of just like, you want to feel good about yourself when you kind of get in at a good time. And that's just part of being human, right? So that's kind of my approach. And I really want to talk about that because I think it's important. Right now, I just want to remind you all, just don't get emotional out there. Have a plan. And it's probably the most important thing you can do. So in terms of technical analysis, I did do a video yesterday. I forget exactly where we were trading. I was going to pull it up and kind of check out that part of the video where I basically said I could see us coming down to 115, testing 111 to really kind of bring the stock RSI down, to kind of settle down Litecoin a little bit, because it was up there and kind of that overbought area still. And in terms of technical analysis, I was just thinking it would be nice to actually have a little bit of a pullback. So today's not a little bit of a pullback. It's kind of been a pretty dramatic pullback. So interestingly enough, though, you see the MACD cross that we had the other day. We still have the MACD line above the signal line. So we really could see a bounce here soon, similar to the bounce that we saw at the end of May on the RSI, and also beginning of April I guess that's March 29th on the RSI. So I'd look for that bounce so that we can approach that 40 line on the RSI, an important area to watch right now. So yes, we can definitely look for a bounce at 107, 105, down to 100. A lot of people, most people are calling 100 as the bottom. Could be, but may not be. And that's what I'm waiting to see. I'm not sure, and I don't feel comfortable enough, accumulating right now, just because that's me. So right now, I think we can start kind of tracking this falling wedge on the daily. And we can track it along with the Bitcoin continuation triangle, the continuation pattern. Either way, falling wedge, also bullish pattern. It just could be a little bit drawn out. So be prepared. This really would play into the bearish type of scenario where we kind of trade down a little bit through 2018. I'm not saying I think that's going to happen. We could really have an awesome bottom happening right now where we just kind of, we see a bottom in this 100, 105 range, and we just really make a move up. Markets are really good right now in terms of if you're trying to buy cheap cryptocurrency. So outside of Litecoin position, obviously there are other cryptocurrencies that are incredible opportunities right now. We're talking, what's that? Zcash is down 25 or 11%. I'm sorry. Digibyte's down. There's so many. Salt is down. These types of opportunities are huge. But my long-term heavy accumulation for Litecoin right now is just, I'm not there in terms of doing that. So wanted to throw that out there. Wanted to do a quick video. I wanted to make this very short, and I think we're up at like 10 minutes. Apologies, but hang in there. Let me know how you're making out right now. I know it's crazy when the market's down, but I promise you, if you can find your own way of getting rid of that emotion, it's completely cool and things are going to be okay. I promise you, there's more to life than crypto charts at the end of the day, right? So be comfortable, be conservative, don't spend more money than you can afford to lose. I'm going to do another video about 10K subscribers. We did it. It's incredibly awesome. I'm incredibly grateful and thankful. It's just kind of this mental thing for me. I'm excited about it. But I really appreciate all of you if you're a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you as part of the channel. As always, I will see you in the next video, and God bless.